David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Washington State's head coach told me before the game, this wide receiver has been unstoppable all season. He will be a huge part of their game plan today. The quarterback might be young, but they have put some things into their offensive game plan to make sure they're able to get the ball to their star player. He's been tearing up defenses all season long. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. Fielded in the end zone, it's Durant. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Hits inside, it's Glass. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle, and you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Glass. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Working the ground game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. A game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Beaver offense, ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Unloads it left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Cougars. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Deep in the end zone, it's Durant. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Beavers headed quickly to the line. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Beavers are flying down the field.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Here comes the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They're all over it. There he goes. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense got it. They're on the run. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number 1. He wasn't able to do that.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Dropping back, it's Overton. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll go to the air. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Finds his target down the middle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Under pressure. Back's got it on the screen. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Second down, gonna throw it. Buying time to his right. Fires downfield. Out wide right, it's Bowers. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. The sure hands, it's Summers. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Extending the play. Unleashes one. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catches the defense off guard.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget it.
There he goes to the left. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wazoo! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
I just love that about this team because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. You give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you one.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
And the Beavers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Rush right in his face. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Making his first move. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, and they finally get him down after the big pickup of the 25.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front 7 even get a finger on that guy.
They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
To the air, it's Overton. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Durant. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Caught behind the line. It's Glass. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Beavers want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Shows a little move, gets his man off balance, and gets out to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's
the 3rd interception of the night. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Overton. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Got out of trouble and throws.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And they'll take over 1st and 7.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. A run for the quarterback. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Offense in the hurry up. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Tennessee taking on the number 6 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's the Volunteers, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Takes a catch.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And the Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff to the single back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Ollie, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Cougars are marching down the field. They'll give it to him again. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Maybe a crease. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Trying to run, it's Voorhees. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Overton. Got his man on the right. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. And the Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Washington State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Hands it off. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. And the Beavers want to move quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Final play of the quarter coming. Keeps it on the option. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. He'll keep it again on the option. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Beavers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's fourth and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Beavers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Sells the run, looking to pass. Had to force that one.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
Touchdown, Beavers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They'll line up to go for 2. He's looking to throw. Rolls right.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
37, Oregon State, 13.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Didn't even reach double digits on the scoreboard last week. They were challenged, and so far, much improved in this one. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. So the last couple of possessions trying to put together a rally, but is it too little, too late? Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side is Glass. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. The Beavers want to crank the tempo.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Fires to the wideout. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They give it back to him. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to throw, it's Overton. Right down the middle. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down, and this looks like a situation.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snaps on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Washington State going back to work on 1st down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He wants to take the top off. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you...
Deep shot for the end zone. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Wants to throw. It's Overton. Turns it upfield. He's got enough for the 1st down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win. New set of downs after the completion. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the back. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they'll take a knee on 4th down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now